All right, we're now sitting here live with Joshua, who just finished up his workshop, and the room was packed. You had people on the floor and standing around, and some of the amazing pictures you were just showing me about the work and studies you're doing. But first, give us a little background about who you are and how you first got into the workshop and the studies that you're doing.
Oh yeah, perfect. I'm definitely playing a divine purpose in co-creating all of this. We can truly manifest anything we want. So I put the manifestation out there to host this workshop at Synthesis about 6 months ago. So I've been creating this in the mind continuously, and the information has just been continuously growing. So by the time I got to host my workshop, I ended up having just an amazing amount of information. I'd actually got a digital microscope, and I've been zooming in, and I've been documenting the record keeper crystals and how to read the code on the facets of these crystals. So I have some beautiful images I could share, but that's kind of what I was bringing to the table. And we also had some very unique crystals that interact with the pineal gland, which kind of confirms that into our third dimension reality that we do have crystals in our mind, and they are actually very receptive to the magnetic pole. So you go ahead and just test, allow it to sit here for about three seconds, and it starts to play with the magnetic microcrystals in your mind. So here we have a definite confirmation that we have this really powerful magnetic reception due to the magnetic microcrystals in our mind. Yeah.
And that's proved by science now. There's been a lot of studies now that are showing our bodies are actually this crystalline structure, this that absorbs information just like water does, retains information. Show us some of the images you have, because you were showing me on break, and this is amazing. Hopefully the camera could zoom in.
Yeah, totally. Let me see it. So one good way to read the record keeper crystal is if you can get any closer on this image, on the facet right here, you could zoom in. You'll see it. It's almost like sacred geometry. There are these beautiful triangles. And I've got a few different images, but
there you go. Zooming in. And you got other images of crystals and
well, what's going on is here we are at Chichén Itzá. We're harnessing this pyramid energy. Well, what's going on with these crystals is they're actually harnessing this pyramid energy as well too. This is a black tourmaline. And I found a few images where it actually has, it looks like similar to the pyramids at Giza, the three main pyramids. And when you zoom even closer on one of the pyramids, we have it's got golden capstone basically activating the pyramid on it. And there's different crystals. I've documented other images where you can actually see where they're, this is the one where you can see the actual three pyramids that almost are in exact alignment with the Great Pyramids of Giza, which is pretty interesting. And then we dig deeper to find that it seems like on a certain part of this crystal, they're actually harvesting this unique gold to create the capstone. So there is a microcosm here. Crystals are all very alive. And what they're doing is they're creating this beautiful triangular temple, this crystalline pyramid, which is, I think it's a healing energy. And the crystals will explain that over and over again, that this is a shape that heals. So that's why we're here. I'm sure that's what the pyramids are meant to do. They help us heal. It's a very powerful energy.
And this one is very specific. You could definitely see the triangle on that one.
Show that to them if you'd like.
Yeah, an actual coding.
This is a really unique crystal. It's one that my mom was gifted from a psychic 12 years ago and taught how to read the record keeper crystals themselves. And she finally gifted me this crystal, and it basically tuned to me and allowed me to start accessing all this information within these crystals. So don't ever limit yourself on the amount of information that crystals hold. They are all programmed. Certain crystals are actually almost every quartz crystal is tapped into the Earth's Akashic record field. So if you can just go ahead and get yourself any natural quartz crystal and let that tune to your bodily chakras, it actually will start to give you access to this divine information that the Earth has to offer. And one way to start getting closer to this connection and this access to this information is to start doing karma work with the Earth. If you happen to have some garbage and disregard it and throw it on the ground, that your conscious thought is being documented by the Earth. So right away she knows that you're disrespecting her, and you lose this divine connection. If you actually start doing energy work with the Earth and collecting garbage and cleaning up, you start to understand you gain a closer, intimate connection with the Divine Mother. And then you have access to this beautiful information that freely flows through us as a channel. So here we are. We don't necessarily need the computer, the silicon chip to access this beautiful modern-day Akashic record field of information. We can access it with the crystal within the mind. So that's what I've been working with. I've been working with the crystals in my mind and allowing myself to tap into this the Akashic field of information.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing. We're so blessed to be here in the Maya land, December 21st. I mean, it's such an honor just to be on this land and be with the Mayan people themselves and help bring in this energy. And we ourselves brought crystals to Chichén Itzá and charged them up. And crystals talk to each other. They communicate. When they sync up to each other, when they touch each other, they actually communicate download information like like the ancient crystal skulls.
Yes, they definitely do. And that's kind of what's going on. The lost city of Atlantis, the Atlanteans, they were working directly with the seed crystal, and they would plant crystals in the earth. And what was going on when they were planting these seeds is truly the earth is silicon dioxide, the crystal is silicon dioxide, and it shares its information. So if they plant these seed crystals full of knowledge in the earth, it truly shares that knowledge with the rest of the earth, allowing almost every crystal that births out of the earth to be holding that information. So now you just know you can go get yourself a beautiful crystal and be tuned into this information as long as you're doing light work and work with the earth.
Wow. Now, you also have some other amazing images here, but one of them I want to definitely talk about was the Burning Man. Shout out to all the burners out there.
Yeah,
but the Burning Man, look at that. Explain what you built there in the playa, because that's just some amazing...
Well, this was very unique. Burning Man is an interesting topic. Everyone said it was so hard to get tickets. How are you going to get a ticket? It's sold out. And I just, of course, I'm a master manifester. So what we did was I just verbally put it out there that I was going to manifest my tickets to Burning Man. And you want to hold this for a second?
Absolutely.
And so what ended up happening was I got gifted 2 tickets, and I got to build crystals on the playa. So it wasn't like I was grasping at a possibility at a $300 ticket. No, I got gifted 2 tickets and was allowed to build these crystals on the playa. So for me, it was manifesting squared. We truly had manifested one of the most powerful art projects into the creation, into that collective grid at Burning Man. And it was a very powerful feeling. We created the pyramidal structure, the hexagonal frame of the crystals, wrapped them each in canvas, and then had a separate artist paint each chakra point. And then I put this sacred Merkabite calcite on the top of every crystal. So it was pulling in ether energy, harnessing it through that crystalline frame. Then we lit up the insides with an iridescent light that let that energy radiate outward. So people could truly just walk the chakra alignment and have this divine alignment by just walking through our art project. It was really powerful. So I got to share knowledge with everyone.
Wow, that's amazing, and you got lots.
It's cool.
It's amazing but that's what you're talking about. It's the law of attraction. It's everyone has it. It's the synchronicities, and if people pay attention to that, you can get into that energy flow.
Yeah.
Once your intent is pure, and you put that energy out there, and you yell it out to the universe or say it out loud, the universe captures that and will manifest it.
Yeah, truly blessed that you brought that up. It's one of the most powerful things we talk about. Yeah, we are all co-creating this, and once people start to understand the synchronicities that life has to offer, it's just recognizing the signs, and it's beautiful. When you start acknowledging these beautiful signs that gets represented in front of your face over and over again, you start to experience these beautiful synchronicities. Just acknowledge it. So yeah, here we are. We're trying to basically merge our unique collective grid that we've created here at Synthesis with the overall global collective consciousness, so we can merge this synchronistic, powerful feeling that we all get to have.
Absolutely.
Well, the whole rest of the world should be experiencing these synchronistic moments where you're walking down the street in Mexico and a cab drives by with 4 of your friends in it and picks you up. You know, there's like trippy stuff like that. You're like, wow. And neither of them knew each other. They're all different friends from different locations, yet they were all in one cab together. It's these kind of things that are bringing us together, and where you start to question, well, am I truly the center of my own universe, co-creating every bit of this? And yes, we are. We are all playing a powerful role in truly co-creating this magical realm that we live in, the third dimension reality.
And everybody experiences it. You know, that you think of a friend you haven't talked to in 5 years, and they call a second later, and you're like, oh my God, it's so random. It's not random. If you do the numbers on that, it's astronomical, because it happens to everybody on the planet every day. It's just realizing that flow is the key to get into.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you guys are even doing this work that you're doing.
Thank you.
The fact that you could interview me and I can possibly get this information out. I mean, I held this beautiful workshop. I don't know if anyone documented it, but here we are. At least I get to share some of this information. It's pretty quick and basic, but we do have a magnetic reception with the crystals in the mind. They are harnessing the pyramid energy. It's a very powerful healing energy. I've also been documenting DMT, dimethyltryptamine. It's a live living crystal. And so what I've been doing is this was gifted to me from actually a dream. It took about less than 24 hours for this to merge with from my 4th dimension, my dream state, into the 3rd dimension reality, and I was gifted this a gram of DMT. I don't know what to do with it yet. I've just been documenting its growth. I know it's a very live, living, vibrant crystal. So I have some beautiful video footage with a digital microscope, and when you
Wow.
blow on it, you can actually see these receptive hairs, receptive to the breath. So it's really unique that the fact that DMT is alive, and we know this. It's inside the pineal gland. It induces the mystical experience. So we induce our body with a little bit of DMT every time we dream. So very powerful, very positive crystal. No one can ever knock this, and Spirit is guiding us to DMT. I don't know what to do with it yet, but I've just been documenting how alive it is. It's a vibrant crystal.
Awesome.
You can consciously affect the outcome of the growth. So I put it on my altar, and I'm consciously blessing it all the time.
Wow.
Maybe one day when I choose to experiment with it, the Divine Spirit will guide me in the right way because I've been consciously blessing this unique crystal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fun stuff.
And Joshua, where can people find out more information about some of these pictures and information and stuff you're doing?
Oh, I'd love for anyone to come find me on Facebook. I guess it's a typical social
Facebook.
network. But yeah, come find me. It's Josh Sisler, JoshSisler. If you just search that, you'll find me meditating on a huge rock of granite. So just come find me. I'd love to connect with all of my family. We're here to share this information. The reason that we got to the point where we're at is because people were not sharing this information, and we're charging money for education. And then I start laughing.
Well said. Well
no
said.
joke. It's
Absolutely.
like how much money is truly been put into the education system. I have so many friends who have invested all their money and life into this $40,000 debt that they owe, and then they come out of that, which is like, how am I going to scrape up enough money to possibly pay off this debt? When they truly didn't even need to take out a debt, they could just get on the modern day Akashic record, which is the internet, and they could start learning everything they need to know themselves. You are the teacher. You can teach yourself anything you want. So why are we grasping at a teacher to teach us this? I am the teacher. I'm a teacher, and I'm tapping into this field. So allow yourself to be the divine creator and go use this. Tap into the field.
Excellent. Well, Joshua, thank you so much for taking the time. Your workshop was a hit,
brother.
Awesome.